So I get this question a lot from buyers. What happens when I get an appraisal and how does it affect me and my purchase price? So first of all, what is an appraisal? An appraisal is a valuation of the property you're purchasing by an appraiser who is hired by the bank, because ultimately the bank will not lend more than the property is worth. So they have to confirm that the property is actually worth the purchase price or the offer price that you're offering the seller for this property. So one of three things happens when you get your appraisal. It'll either come in at the price you offered, above the price, or below the price you offered. Now, the question I get is, how does that affect me as a buyer? So let's start with the appraisal coming in at offer price. Excellent. That means that the appraiser has determined it is worth what you're offering, and now the lender can move forward with processing your loan. Everything is good. No further negotiations are required. Now, what happens if the appraisal comes in above my offer price? I get this question often, and I think it's because most buyers think that now they have to increase their offer price. No, it actually means that the property is valued at more than what you're paying for it. So what does that mean in our world? Equity. It means that you are now purchasing a property that has instant equity. And if you don't know what equity is the difference between what you pay for a property or what is owed on a property and what it's actually worth. So for instance, I'm purchasing a property. I offer the seller $250,000. The appraisal comes in at $300,000. So I, as a buyer, am now walking into a property with $50,000 of equity. So that means that I have a property that is valued at more than what I paid for. So that's always excellent when making an investment. All right, so with that said, what happens if the appraisal comes in lower than what the offer price is? One, you can either negotiate with the seller, you can either get out of the contract, or you'll be required to purchase that property still at your offer price, even though it's been valued at a lower price. Again, what is negotiated in your initial contract is very, very important. So make sure you and your realtor are checking the market, making sure that what you offer for the property aligns with its actual value. You never know the actual value until you get the appraisal, but running comps, your realtor running comps, can help you get as close to that as possible. But again, depending on what is negotiated in your contract and what contingencies you have in place, determine how that works out and how you can proceed with the purchase or not purchase of your property. So ultimately, an appraisal will tell you if you're purchasing a property with equity, at value, or you're overpaying for the property. An appraisal is required by the lender to lend you money, because again, they will not lend you more money than the property is actually worth. So again, contingencies, what is in your contract determines how that will play out for you.